Ready? Play.
We'll get to the best in the world, or the best on clay possibly right now in a minute. But Francis Tiafoe was actually the second American to reach the quarterfinals of Roland Garros since Andre Agassi in 2003. The first was Tommy Paul about a couple of hours earlier. Tommy Paul coming through pretty comfortably today against Alexei Popyrin. Probably not a surprise. Very happy to see how he's kind of rallied from that physical issue that he seemed to be dealing with in his second round match. Thoughts on Tommy Paul's progress, Damien?
Yeah, I think before the event, obviously, he would have been a big favorite over Popyrin. But after the 5-setters, with some physical concerns, I think Popyrin was a popular pick there. And, well, that was a performance where he just kind of like goes away very meekly. He failed to impress today, so that's kind of unfortunate for him. But obviously for Tommy, after the 2 back-to-back 5-setters, that's amazing that he can progress in free. But, of course, the next challenge coming up is going to be slightly more difficult. I think just to win in straight sets today, it's a massive boost for his chances anyway, obviously, simply because of the fact that if he just landed another 5-setter, he could have been, a Jack Draper in Australia, and we know how that ended.
Yeah, that would have been a bit disappointing. So, this is a chance for Paul to kind of rally a bit and get through to play Carlos Alcaraz, who, played a very entertaining match against Ben Shelton today. First set tie break. I've seen a lot of hype about that going around. Shelton got the second, got set 3 off him. So I did wonder if Shelton would make it an interesting match, even if he wasn't going to win it. And certainly there was a lot of, it was a good show of tennis today on Philippe Chatrier from Alcaraz and Shelton today, but Alcaraz coming through.
Yeah, I mean, I think this time the tennis world learned their lesson. We were talking about Jumhur Alcaraz the other day and kind of how people were just randomly saying that, this is like Carlos almost losing when he dropped the third set. Like today, I didn't really see any comments like that. I think today everybody was just assuming, okay, so yeah, he's dropping one set and then basically he's just going to win in the next one, which happened. But, Ben can, he has that big stage mentality. Definitely shows up in these clashes against the top guys. So at least he makes it pretty interesting. But I think the result was somewhat known from the very start to the end of the match, even if obviously there was a lot of turbulence in it, as it always is in the Alcaraz matchup, in any Alcaraz matchup, really. So yeah, I think Shelton was able to deliver, make the crowd excited, play a lot of amazing highlight reel shots as he always does. So it's always at least good to see someone stepping up to the big guys, but it's not really, it wasn't a match where Carlos was super close to losing, but certainly yet another one on his way that is not all flowers and everything is super easy from start to finish now.
Do you see a repeat of that kind of pattern coming through against Tommy Paul in the quarters?
Yeah, I mean, that's what their entire rivalry has been, right? They've played 6 times. 2, of course, Tommy won in Canada, both, I think. There were also some other very exciting matches like Wimbledon, where first sets, let's say a set and a half, even Tommy is pushing him so hard. Cincinnati, I don't remember if it was, probably not a match point, but I think Tommy saved the match point in Canada. But still, I mean, basically Tommy, I think, is able to grind very close to the baseline, take time away from Carlos. And that is, that tends to be bothersome for a while, at least. So I kind of think it's going to be another one of these where maybe Alcaraz needs to find some adjustments. Maybe this time he doesn't win the opening 2 sets and loses the third. Maybe this time it's 1-1 after the first 2. But just winning 3 sets in the long run against Alcaraz, that still sounds like a little much to me. But, Tommy is one of these opponents that I don't think Carlos wants to see in his draw. That's probably one of the guys that he's like, oh my, not again, because he knows he's going to be given a really tough workout.
Yeah, I think on paper, Tommy Paul is a tough opponent for Alcaraz, even if Alcaraz has now maybe got a handle on that rivalry, having won the previous 3 meetings. I think on clay, it's a different story, though. I think Alcaraz is, although they're both decent on the surface, I think Alcaraz is something else on it. And I think we also have to take into account Tommy's physical condition right now, even if it's probably, he's been given a stay by Popperin, making life easy for him. I do think that, he's going to find it difficult to win 3 sets on clay against Carlos Alcaraz. Maybe if we were talking about grass or hard, it'd be a different story, like at the US Open or even Australia. But here now in this kind of specific setup, Alcaraz remains heavy favorite, and I feel like it's kind of a rinse and repeat of the kind of conversation that we were having about Musetti and Tiafoe earlier. It's not that Paul has no chance. He's probably got a decent chance of, at the minimum, making it interesting. But I think it's a very sort of similar expectation of Alcaraz coming through that one.
Sure. I mean, Alcaraz Musetti was kind of everybody's semifinal when the draw came out. Obviously, we've just seen them clashing twice this clay season. Some contrasting opinions about their Rome match. I remember some called it the worst they've ever seen, which I do think was just people reading the stats and misinterpreting them, to be honest. But obviously, it's also another one of these very versatile magicians. And I think we are still probably going to get that. I'm not sure who is actually more likely to lose, probably still Lorenzo, but you could argue that Carlos has a tougher opponent.
Yeah, possibly. I think you could probably argue that in terms of what we've seen from the matchup, what we've seen from Tommy Paul in terms of more recent like European clay results. So yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. But we'll see how it all plays out. I do want to play one more hypothetical thing with you before we move on from the men's results today, and that is just going back to something we said earlier about sort of Alcaraz kind of dropping sets. If Shelton had won that opening set tiebreak, which was pretty close, I probably would have been quite interested to see how. I think Alcaraz would have come back and won it in 5. I think Shelton probably still wins set 3 maybe, but I think I guess, Damien, would we be having a different conversation to the one we just had or drastically different conversation to the one we just had if that had been a 5-setter, not a 4-setter?
Potentially. I mean, I'm a big believer in butterfly effect. So the fact that Ben hasn't won the fact that Ben won the third set, if he wins the opener, it's not a guarantee that this is how it transpires. Carlos kind of like knows that he has to, stick to his plan a little bit more carefully, let's say, and there's not as much space to mess around. Like he would know that as well, and maybe that would impact it somehow. Maybe Ben's mentality would be very different. Maybe he actually still, runs away with it in the second set, actually having all that confidence. We just can't know that. Yeah. I mean, if Carlos lost the opener, I think I still wouldn't have been, screaming out upset alert. But, it could have been closer, sure. Ben definitely had his chances. It's good that it wasn't a similar match as the Australian Open semi, where Ben basically had one good set, and he had an even clear. Okay, he had set points there. He served for it or something like that. But basically had a very clear chance to take the opener, doesn't do it, and then the match is over. At least here he was able to keep going with the rival.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
My name is Zainab Sammaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paulini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are tuning in. Alcaraz here leading 40 love as he serves first. Just in the middle of my dinner, ladies and gentlemen. So I apologize for that. What have you made of the tennis so far? And also let me know your predictions for this encounter. Alcaraz holds comfortably. Of course, they played each other on clay not that long ago at the Paris Olympics in 2024. So Alcaraz leads the head-to-head 4-2, but also that includes a huge win in Paris on this exact court, I think, last year. I would think if this was on grass, I would make Alcaraz a warm to hot favorite, but I would make him the favorite. If it was on a hard court, who knows? Tommy Paul has beaten him on a hard court in the past. They played on grass last year and Tommy Paul, made it competitive. But on the Parisian clay, nah, not for me. Not for me, son. Do hit that like button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, do hit subscribe. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the live chat, both on this match and some of the other matches that have been taking place today. Tommy Hall here being the aggressor. Carlos Alcaraz, though, is fighting back. Oh, wow, Carlitos. Already trying to produce stuff on the highlights reel, and he's won the first 5 points of this match. Golden set incoming. Don't think we're going to hit the 16,000 mark during this stream, but you never know. Just going to text Jamie Jubon. Remember him? I'd love to have him on a stream on Friday. Oh, we've got a point for Tommy Paul. In fact, we've got 2 points now for the American. So golden set averted, as in loss set for Tommy Paul. And he's up to 30-15. Let's see. And fend off for the match. Tommy Paul here, still fighting. 40-15, 2 game points for the American. Of course, he has been in a Grand Slam semi-final before in Australia. In Australia in 2023, I think it was, when he lost in straight sets to Novak Djokovic. For the Vitova serving. Tommy Paul here at 40-30. Just want to check something. One game all. Are we going to get to one game all? Not necessarily. We're at juice. And we have got advantage Tommy Paul, though, for a game point to make it one game all. Tiafo said the lack of any penalty from Musetti kicking the ball into linesman was comical. Top 8 confirmation for Tommy Paul, it seems. He's going to be in the top 8 come what may. If you wonder what that noise is, it's my dinner. Yeah. I'll try and consume this on the stream. I do apologize. I'll be as polite as possible. Tommy Paul here is now going to face a break point, ladies and gentlemen. Break point. Tommy Paul is facing. 5 minutes on the clock for this game alone. Oh, Alcaraz puts a forehand into the net. And we're back at juice. But Tommy Paul has now put a forehand long, so he's going to have to fend off another break point. This, of course, is the winner will play Francis Tiafoe. Nice one, Tommy Paul saves the break point. Back to juice. Backhand to backhand right now. Of course, both of these are right-handers. Slice from Tommy Paul. Forehand from Carlos Alcaraz. Don't slice against Carlos Alcaraz. Not if you can avoid it.
Is Emma Raducanu playing Birmingham this week? Not sure. Not sure. Breakpoint, Carlos Alcaraz. Back to Juice. Game point, Tommy Paul. 7 minutes now, this game. Tommy Paul on the aggression. Is that lob going to land in? Wow. What an incredible lob from Carlos Alcaraz. That had to be perfect. Oh. Tommy Paul going long on the forehand. Another break point for Carlos Alcaraz. Slice there from Tommy Paul is going to land in. Forehand Tommy Paul to the backhand of Carlos. They're into the rally here. Huge forehand from Carlos Alcaraz, and he breaks serve. 2-love already. Does Tommy Paul have the belief today to win this tennis match? Not sure, if I'm honest. Not sure. 13 minutes on the clock. Let's see. 2-love down already. It already feels like, well, that was the match. How you doing, Jake? How you doing, Ashley? How you doing, Yoa? L'équipe du Gier, how are you? Luis predicting a win for Tommy Paul. Well, that would be big. $30-love. Backhand return from Tommy. $30-15 here at the moment, Alcaraz. Are you still there, Jake? Are we missing you? 40-15 now, Carlos Alcaraz. 2 game points. Some sumptuous shots already off the racket of the Spaniard. But a second serve here. Second serve, Carlos Alcaraz. Where are you going with this one? You're going into the backhand of Tommy. Backhand, Carlos. Carlos comes into the net, but it's not necessary. 2-1 becomes 3. Love, sorry. And we'll take a quick break.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis, indeed. Tommy Paul here, second serve. Now, where is my remote control? Gonna have a look for that. Oh, it's on the sofa. Need to get up to speed. 15 all. $15 all here. Good serve there from Tommy. In fact, it's now 30-15 into the rally here. It's Alcaraz erring on the forehand side. Ah, somebody in the live chat. Who's that? Oh, hi, Jake. Oh, great. Nice to see that. You're not going to be seeing Alexialo, unfortunately. $30 now on the Tommy Paul serve because Alcaraz wins the next point. A lot of tennis today, ladies and gentlemen. And there'll be a lot of tennis tomorrow as well. Okay, let's create some space somehow on this desk. The pole is looking healthy for Alcaraz. He's got a break point here, by the way. The pole has got 80-20 in his favour. Alcaraz return. He's on the attack. It was a really good return, but he's not won the point outright yet. But Paul has gone too long on the forehand, and it's 4-love. It's 4-love. Remember, no last ball drops today. Hey, Nerlan. No last ball, Jake. Last ball is done. Last ball is done until Wimbledon. Everybody, please hit that like button, by the way. Alcaraz here seeking a 5-love lead in this first set. 9 winners off the racket of Alcaraz. One of them was a sensational lob. And he's holding serve relatively comfortable as well at the moment. 30-love. We'll see. We'll see. More commentaries to come tomorrow. 2 women's quarterfinals and 2 men's quarterfinals tomorrow. I'll be on for 3 of the 4. Alcaraz's forehand looks superb. Yeah, remember, last ball drops is just until the conclusion of the 4th round. We then do other shows to preview. So I'm going to be speaking to Amy Lundy later on today. I'll be previewing the 2 quarterfinals that have been set today. Oh, sorry, the 2 semifinals that have been set today. Obviously, the first one is the women's, Sabalenka against Iga Swiatek. That'll be one of our previews, and the other one will be the winner of Alcaraz, Tommy Paul, up against Lorenzo Musetti. Indeed, Jay, indeed. 5-love, Carlos Alcaraz leads. A lot of people talking about the lack of a lack of suspension. Sorry, a lack of a disqualification that didn't come for Lorenzo Musetti today. Anyway, Alcaraz leads 5-love. What do we make of that, ladies and gentlemen? He's making quick work of this set. Tommy Paul to serve. Oh, yeah, maybe his fitness, Jake. Maybe his fitness. Movement on a hard court, maybe. Solidity, composure. I don't think he's excelling in these departments, but he's. I mean, I guess he's okay at everything. Jack of all trades, but master of none. Lovely forehand there, though, winner from Tommy Paul. 15 all now. Block return there from Alcaraz. Didn't really do enough damage. And Tommy put away that forehand. Nice. 15 all. Keep wanting to say 30-love for Tommy. Backhand return from Carlos. Now they're exchanging backhands cross court. And Tommy goes into the net. 15-30. Forehand return from Carlos into the backhand of Tommy Paul. Forehand down the line. Carlos is 2 points away from winning this first set, but he puts that forehand into the net, and we're at 30 all. I'll get the scores right in a minute. Kvitova serving here, 7-5. Kvitova serving here, 7-5. She won the first set. 7-6, she lost the second. Is she going to win this second set 6-1? She puts that forehand winner away. 15-love, Linda Fruhvirtova. With us for the final point. That's for the final points potentially. Us. Kvitova serving here, 7-5. She won the first set. 7. Tommy Paul 40-30. Can he get on the board? Not necessarily on this point because we're now at deuce. We're now at deuce, ladies and gentlemen. Backhand return from Carlos into the backhand of Tommy Paul, going cross court there, Tommy. And now he's got a game point, Tommy Paul, for 5-1. I'll see you all for 3 watch-alongs tomorrow. I think Damien's doing the 4th one between Zverev and Djokovic tomorrow night. Oh, we're back to deuce. Who's winning that, Zverev or Djokovic? And Nerlan, why don't you like Alexander Bublik? Okay, deuce here. Carlos Alcaraz return. Is that going to land in? If it is, it was a great return. It does land in. Wow. Carlitos. Set point here for 6-love. He's playing a different sport at the moment, gentlemen. He's playing a different sport. Ace down the tee, though. Saved a set point there, did Tommy Paul. He said, you might be winning this set, but you're not winning it just yet. Down the tee again. Backhand return from Carlos. Backhand again from Carlos is pretty aggressive. Is he going to chase this down? He might do. Look at that from Carlitos Alcaraz. Speed, athleticism, and touch. Insane. Insane, ladies and gentlemen. Set point, Carlos Alcaraz, and a second serve here to look at. Backhand return from Carlos. Good backhand there, though, from Tommy Paul. Another backhand as well, cross court. Now onto the forehand of Carlos Alcaraz. Once again, the forehand changing direction. And Tommy Paul nets on the forehand side. And Carlos Alcaraz has won the first set. 6-love. If there was some stuff that Tommy Paul would do that used to be able to hurt Carlos, not anymore, and especially not on the Parisian clay. Sorry. 6-love. Every time we see something impressive from Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz says, hang on, don't forget. Then we see something impressive from Carlos, and Yannick says, yeah, what about me? Carlos looks amazing, says Jay. 30 minutes, exactly. Those of you just tuning in, please do hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. And for those of you also just tuning in, thinking, I'm tuning in and looking forward to settling down to a competitive, exciting, compelling encounter. Oh, I've missed the first set already because Carlos Alcaraz has won at 6-love in less than 30 minutes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Alexander Zverev versus Novak Djokovic. Who's winning that one? Who's winning between Sinner and Bublik? Bublik can take a set. Bublik can win. Backhand return from Tommy Paul into the backhand of Carlos Alcaraz. Backhand Tommy Paul. Forehand Carlos Alcaraz is going to clip the net. Back into the rally here. Forehand Tommy Paul. Getting as much topspin on that as he possibly can. Carlos Alcaraz is going to put forehand into the net. Love 15. Comeback begins now. Alcaraz down the tee, forehand return. Forehand from Alcaraz goes into the net. Love 30. So, Tommy Paul here, love 30 on the Alcaraz serve. Forehand Alcaraz. Thought about coming into the net, but didn't need to because Tommy Paul has put his backhand cross-court wide. Backhand return there from Tommy Paul is long, and we're back to 30 all. And now it's 40-30 Carlos Alcaraz. So from love 30 down and comeback beginning, he's doused those flames. And he's gone on to hold serve. Bagels, US thing, right? I think. I mean, you guys will know more than me. So, change of ends. 7 games so far, all of which have gone the way of Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos is serving well, yeah. But it's actually not the standout element to his game, I would suggest. 15 love here on the Tommy serve. He did get to love 30, of course, on the Carlos serve in the previous game. Forehand Tommy into the forehand of Carlos. So it's a sort of runaround forehand for the Spaniard. Cross court right now. Tommy changing direction. Alcaraz hitting a backhand, but it's gone out. 30 love. Tommy here, keen to get on the board. Yeah. Tommy Paul is serving. Where are you going with this serve? You're going to go down the tee into the backhand of Carlos. Forehand Tommy Paul into the backhand of Carlos. Carlos trying to go down the line, but he's missed that one as well. So we are at 40 love and 3 game points for Tommy Paul to get on the board. And we just seeing Tommy Paul is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. He's back in the match, 1-1. He's serving it. $15 love. Carlos Alcaraz becomes 30 love. Carlos Alcaraz here serving at 30 love. Now it becomes 40 love. Goes down the tee. Tommy Paul return. Going to be long, that serve. So a second serve here at 40 love. And Alcaraz holds for 2-1. Do let me know your thoughts on this encounter or any other tennis today. Also in the live chat. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Two-one Carlos Alcaraz on the Spaniard serve. Alex Ayala losing early on today in Birmingham. Sabalenka and Swiatek won their quarterfinals to set up a semi-final clash in Paris. Meanwhile, Tommy Paul is serving here, love 15. Love 15. Carlos Alcaraz there, pouncing. Ready to pounce, I should say. Crouching. Ready to pounce. Love 30 now. Love 30, ladies and gentlemen. Clenched fist there from Juan Carlos Ferrero. The defending champion here. Trying to get a second set break. So he can lead by a set and a break. And it's love 40. Tommy Paul going long. Tommy Paul going long.
Went on that second serve in the previous point. Can she do so again on the backhand side? It's gone out. Alexia.
Yeah.
On that second. Yeah. I got out. Got out. And how do you?
Alcaraz here, though, 15-40. Save one of the break points, has Tommy Paul. Can he save a second one, though? Exchanging forehands right now, going cross court. Tommy Paul goes big and wide. Alcaraz leads 3-1. A set and a break he now leads. Oh, it feels a long way back to Tommy Pauleri.
Thank you for tuning in. Do stay with us because now we're going to play you an interview that we did with Alexia 5-6-7-6-1.
So, Alcaraz leads 6-love 3-1. Tommy Paul, though, fighting back. Love 15 here on the Alcaraz serve. Tommy Paul now, 15 all. Nice quote there, Dave. Okay. Alcaraz drop shot. Backspin works, 30-15. Serve out wide, ace, 40-15. Who's already thinking about the semi-final between Alcaraz and Musetti? I think it'll be more competitive in this one. But we'll see. Forehand to forehand right now. Cross-court battle. And I think that's a complete mishit there from Tommy Paul. And Alcaraz is held for 4-1 change of ends. Tommy Paul having a banana right now. Will that change his fortunes? 19 winners from Carlos Alcaraz so far and 12 unforced errors. That's a pretty impressive stat. Tommy Paul hitting 5 winners and 17 unforced errors. But if we look at the scoreline, I think we have to say this is about Carlos Alcaraz more than it is about Tommy Paul. There you go. That's my take. Yeah, but I don't think he's expecting it, Dave. He might be praying for it, but I don't think he's expecting it. Night session time indeed. Just seeing a tweet here from the Roland Garros team. Forehand return from Alcaraz goes into the net. 15 all. Can Tommy Paul win a second game of the match? Nerland, no, I don't follow Monica Bellucci on any social media platforms. Down the tee, blocked return from Alcaraz, forehand to forehand. Now into the backhand of Carlos Alcaraz, backhand Tommy Paul. Cross-court exchanges right now, pretty neutral this rally. Tommy will go big on the forehand, but it's not big enough. Defends off a big forehand as well, though, from Alcaraz. Good depth there from both players. And Alcaraz goes long on the forehand side. Little shake of the racket from Tommy Paul as he gets to 30 all. Got to keep believing. For those of you just tuning in, please do hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Tommy Paul goes down the tee. Backhand return from Alcaraz. Forehand winner is that. Not an outright winner. In fact, Alcaraz has defended it incredibly. And we're at neutral. How did that happen? Forehand into to the backhand of Alcaraz down the line with a backhand winner. This guy is playing a different sport, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a different world. Wow. So, 30-40, break point, Carlos Alcaraz. What a return winner that is it? Yes, it is. Wow. 5-1, ladies and gentlemen. And that was just in a couple of insane points from Carlos Alcaraz. Just insane. 18 minutes for this second set, and we're at 5-1. It's incredible. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Good forehand there from Alcaraz. Is that going to land in? No. 5-1, 15 love. Do you follow Monica Bellucci at all on any of these platforms, Nerlan? 30 love Carlos Alcaraz. 40 love Carlos Alcaraz with an unreturned serve. He's got 2 set points. Forehand, Carlos Alcaraz goes into the net, was going to go big down the line, but he's hit into the net. (40-15), still got 2 set points here. Goes down the tee, but it goes into the net. Second serve here for Tommy Paul to look at. Backhand return from Tommy. Backhand to backhand right now. And Carlos Alcaraz seals the set. Clenched fist. 6-love. 6-1. I think he even got that set done a little bit quicker than the previous one. Let's come to the live chat to see what I'm missing. Carlos too good, Snail. Carlos too good. Yes, 17 I think I saw. But look at the Carlos stats. It was 19 winners to 12 unforced errors. Then when we think about some of the improbable ways he's hitting those winners, it's just different level stuff. Dare I say it? It's GOAT level stuff, Snail. Am I being cheeky? Yeah, sure. Anyway, 1 game he's lost so far against Tommy Paul. This is the number 12 seed. This is a guy who beat Alexei Popyrin 6-3, 6-3, 6-3 in the previous round. Wow, imagine if Popyrin had qualified. Okay, what's this from Musetti? Musetti on the line judge situation. Yeah, honestly, it was really unlucky coincidence. Yeah, I was honestly scared because I really didn't want to harm anybody, of course. So I immediately went to the line umpire and, of course, said sorry. I wanted to apologize to everyone. It was right to have a warning, but I think the umpire saw that there was no intention about that, and that's why I probably could be able to continue. Yeah, but I don't think necessarily intention is everything. So, Tommy Paul to serve. 3rd set incoming. Hmm. 15 love, Tommy Paul. Going down the tee with that one into the forehand of Carlos, but it might be a double fault. Was okay, landed in, but I think it was called out. So Replay the point. $15 all. Okay, 15-30 here. Forehand down the line. Forehand from Carlos Alcaraz. And Tommy Paul goes long. So it's 15-40. 2 break points already. Deary me. What do we think about this? Do we think it's good for tennis? I don't know. Oh, that's a lovely shot there from Tommy Paul to save one of the break points. Okay, we're to the rally here. Tommy Paul should win it from here, but really good defense from Carlos Alcaraz, and now he's very much in the rally, but he's backhand longed it. Backhand longed it? Hopefully you understand that. Well, Deuce. Deuce, 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 ladies and gentlemen. First serve into the net from Tommy Paul here at Deuce. But it's going to be another break point for Carlos Alcaraz. Deuce, though. We are at Deuce. Miss hit there from Tommy Paul. Oh dear, nothing's going right for him at the moment. Completely swiped at that and missed it. Break point, Carlos Alcaraz. Comes back to Deuce. This game is over 5 minutes old. Carlos Alcaraz break point. Saved again by Tommy Paul. Juice it is. First serve into the net, though. Decent return there from Alcaraz. We're into the rally here. Drop shot's not going to work. Tommy Paul's going to punish it. Game point, Tommy Paul. Game point, Tommy Paul. Forehand return from Carlos is wide and Tommy Paul has held. Yeah. Wow. Well, Tommy Paul's ahead in this set. How about that? Okay, come back to the live chat. Let's see what I've been missing. Oh, I love tea with some chocolate. Yeah. But Alcaraz hit 30 love on his serve. Carlos is playing near perfect, says Jay. Maybe the night session will be less than 90 minutes. Well, we'll see. Yeah. I didn't think Paul was a problem for Alcaraz. And I'd probably put it more 80-20, to be honest with you, pre-match. Yeah, indeed. Alcaraz zoning is a scary thought. Alcaraz holds for 1-1. 10 minutes on the clock for this set. Forehand goes long from Carlos Alcaraz, 15 love. Not really, not anymore. I think his position at Sky for me is untenable because he's compromised too much by his business deals to express unbiased commentary. What's this about script? Alcaraz has 23 slams on Stefan under coaching of Novak. Oh, okay, I've got you. You're missing some punctuation here, but I see now. Alcaraz has 23 Grand Slams. Plays Stefan Djokovic, who's being coached by Novak Djokovic in a Wimbledon final. This is in 2041. But Stefan Djokovic triple bagels Alcaraz, and this embarrassment sends him into retirement. Interesting. 2-1, Tommy Paul holds. Shall I turn some light on, by the way? There we go. Okay, so 2-1, change of ends. Yeah, I don't know if we could have done with the money, but yeah, I guess. By the way, Tiafo, reaction to what Lorenzo Musetti did. He said he did that and nothing happened. I think that's comical. That's what Tiafo says regarding the situation with Lorenzo Musetti today. Spilling water everywhere live on air. It's like I caught it though. Caught some of it anyway. Well, this is just water. 15 all. Get to regain my composure. Tommy Paul-esque. Forehand to forehand right now. Tommy Paul tries to change directions, doesn't work. 30-15. Good to see plenty of you here in the live chat. Please do make sure you hit that like button. Carlos Alcaraz down the tee. Unreturned serve, 40-15. Alcaraz down the tee again. This time it's an ace, and it's 2 games all. First serve from Tommy Paul hits the net and goes long. Unforced errors in this third set. Alcaraz hit 6 and Tommy Paul just 2. Not bad. The tide is turning. Double fault there, though, from Tommy Paul, 30-15. Forehand to forehand. Forehand from Alcaraz into the forehand of Tommy Paul. It's 30-15 to the American at the moment. Oh, what about that for a winner? 30 all. What about that? Tommy Paul 40-30, game point for 3-2. Forehand there from Tommy Paul is defended by Alcaraz, but that's going to land in. And we're back to neutral, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow, Tommy Paul, what a forehand. Take a bow, Tommy. 3-2. Look at that view. 20 minutes on the clock for this set. 5 games in, we're on serve. Is this the time for Alcaraz to go walkabout, as Dave suggests? Yeah, well, that's very nice, Nahil. Of course, Djokovic has got a winning head-to-head against Carlos. Change of ends here. Is it going to provide a change of fortunes for Tommy Paul? He's yet to break Carlos Alcaraz in this match. Is it incoming? We'll see. 2-3, Alcaraz serving. Forehand return from Tommy Paul. Is that going to land in? Yes, it is. Very close to the line. That's what you've got to do if you're Tommy right now. 2-3. Backhand return from Tommy Paul into the backhand of Carlos. Forehand now for Carlos Alcaraz into the forehand of Tommy Paul that goes long, 15 all. Tommy looking pretty frustrated there. 15 all. Carlos into the backhand of Tommy Paul. Tommy comes into the net. That volley's not going to work though. 30-15. Alcaraz first serve clips the net and goes wide. Backhand return into Carlos's backhand, staying on the backhand of Carlos, goes down the line. Lovely backhand winner down the line there from Carlos Alcaraz. Just making it look too easy at the moment. And that shot there from Tommy Paul goes long, and Carlos Alcaraz holds for 3 all. Tommy Paul not moving great. I wonder if those huge 5-setters he had early on in the tournament are now finally coming home to roost. Hour and 20 minutes on the clock. Good return there from Alcaraz. Love 15, forcing the error. Oh, are they? Okay. Okay. Maybe the match is about to come to an end. Forehand winner there from Alcaraz, love 30. Backhand to backhand right now. Backhand to backhand still. Forehand Tommy Paul goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand Tommy Paul. Alcaraz on the defense, but goes long with that backhand. 15-30. Backhand return from Carlos. Forehand from Tommy Paul. Still Tommy Paul on the attack. That's really nice from Tommy Paul, but the defense from Carlos is incredible. The defense from Carlos to maintain that point was incredible. I don't know how he kept that rally going for as long as he did, but anyway, he doesn't win the point. 30 all. Tommy Paul to serve. Goes long on the first serve. Second serve. Forehand return from Alcaraz is mishit. And we're suddenly at 40-30. Love 30 and talk of a groin strain. Staring down the barrel. 3 points in a row. Back on course. Excuse me. Tommy Paul holds 4-3. We can take a quick break. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell.
Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Carlos Alcaraz to serve here in the third set at 3-4. Ay, ay, ay. Alcaraz here serving into the backhand of Tommy Paul. Forehand now to forehand. Backhand from Alcaraz. Forehand Tommy Paul. Backhand Carlos Alcaraz. Also forehand Tommy Paul on the defense. Alcaraz comes into the net. Lovely shape on that. That is not easy what he just did with that forehand. 30 love. Forehand return is mishit from Tommy Paul, and we've got 3 game points now for Carlos Alcaraz to make it 4-all. Yay. Alcaraz to serve. Goes out wide to the backhand of Tommy Paul. Is it going to be a +1 win? Yes, it is. +1 winner. 40 love becomes game to love. And we are at 4-all. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat. Okay, 4 games all. Tommy Paul serving, 15 love. Backhand return from Carlos, pretty good. Drop shot from Carlos. Drop shot from Carlos is too good. 15 all. 15 all, though, becomes 15-30 as Tommy Paul goes long. Okay. Break point here, 30-40. Okay, we're reaching a crescendo potentially. Yeah, Carlos's level maybe has dipped a little bit in this third set, understandably, but that was a pretty special rally. 30-40 here. Second break point. Can Tommy Paul fend it off? Backhand return? No. Clip the net. So I think we've still got a first serve here for Tommy. At least he's made it more competitive than the 2008 French Open final. Good return there from Alcaraz. Breaks with that return, that backhanded return down the line. Carlos Alcaraz, when they return to the court, he will serve for a place in the French Open semi-final where he'll play Lorenzo Musetti if he holds serve in the next game. He's yet to be broken in this quarterfinal. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jake. I'm doing 3 of the 4 streams tomorrow as well. I think the other one will be done by Damien. Damien's going to do the night match with Djokovic and Djokovic-Zverev. I'll do the 3 matches that precede it, beginning with Coco Gauff against Madison Keys. Right, let's see. They're chilling. They're chilling. Okay, here we go. Carlos Alcaraz serving for the match. Tommy Paul, has he gone long there on the forehand? I think he has. 15 love. So Alcaraz serving here, 15 love. Where are you going with this one? You are going down the tee. Forehand return from Tommy Paul. It's got good depth on it. Now forehand cross court from Tommy Paul. Wow, what a winner that is. A cross court from Carlos Alcaraz. Forehand cross court winner. Much to the mirth of his team. Just wow. Alcaraz into the net on his first serve. Second serve here for Tommy Paul to look at. Backhand return from Tommy Paul. Backhand to backhand right now. Alcaraz on the attack. Comes into the net. Is he going to put this volley away? He is. 40 love for 3 match points. Carlos Alcaraz serving for the match here now has 3 match points. Will he convert on the first one? Alcaraz into the backhand of Tommy Paul. Forehand, Alcaraz, forehand winner. Alcaraz wins 6 love, 6-1, 6-4, and lays down a marker for the rest of the players in this tournament, including Jannik Sinner, albeit that Jannik is on the other half of the draw. Carlos Alcaraz goes through in 1 hour and 34 minutes. That last set was the longest of the 3 today, was both 10 games, but also 38 minutes. Alcaraz, with a thumb in the air, takes the applause, and will play Lorenzo Musetti in the semi-final on Friday. It will be the first semi-final, almost certainly. He applauds Tommy Paul off. There were some suggestions of a groin injury for Tommy, but let me tell you this. This was another level from Carlos Alcaraz. Another level than anything we've seen, I think, this year from the boy. His best match of the year, no doubt about it. Puts him in the semi-finals. Just to talk you through the match, Alcaraz just came out the blocks flying and won that first set 6 love. Incredible level. I think there was one point in the early stage of the match when he had 19 winners, I think at the end of the first set, and 12 unforced errors. Just an incredible ratio, that, of winners to unforced errors. Let's see what's going on in the Twitter sphere. Alcaraz defeats Paul 6 love, 6-1, 6-4. Wow, 1 hour and 32 minutes at least, according to that. The tennis letter. 3rd consecutive Roland Garros semi-final. 12 consecutive wins at Roland Garros. 22 years old for the defending champion. It's also his 7th Grand Slam semi-final. What else is going on in the Twitter sphere? Let's see, lots of more gushing praise, I imagine, for the Spaniard. Let's see what else is being said. Carlos Alcaraz is the youngest player to reach 7 semi-finals in men's singles Grand Slam since Rafa Nadal 2008. So yeah, just talking about the perfect level.
I could close my eyes and everything went in.
Yeah, I could close my eyes and everything was going in.
It was unbelievable. It was, I was trying to hit, every shot at 100%, no matter what, not thinking about anything else, just hitting forward. And yeah, today it was one of those matches that everything went in. So I just pleased with everything.
Just everything just went in today. I could have closed my eyes and just dreamed perhaps, and they would still have gone in.
Tommy, you had some tough matches with Tommy. Did it help you that Tommy is a tough player?
Yeah.
For the final of a Grand Slam of Roland Garros, I mean, this kind of match is never easy. I played against Tommy many times, and the match was really difficult. He beat me twice, so that helped me at the beginning of the match just to focus on my tennis, try to step on the court, really focus on my things, try not to go down or let him get into the match again. I was trying to be focused during the whole match, so I think I tried, but yeah, as you said, Tommy's an unbelievable player, so that helped me a lot from today.
Yeah, there you go. Tommy, just being a formidable opponent, also helped him remain focused, he says.
How does that feel? What does it mean to you?
Yep, 3rd semi-final in a row, I think.
This one is so special to me. Every time that I come here, every year feels special. Before the tournament began, I was thinking that I really want to go further in this tournament, just to feel the energy from the people, match after match. So I'm just really happy to be in the semi-final again. third time in a row. So I just try to enjoy this moment and hopefully keep going.
There you go. Keep going indeed. Lorenzo Musetti lies next in wait. Can he stop the Carlos Alcaraz from powering on into the final? That is for Friday, probably the first match. For now, big thanks for joining, and to everybody else, you know the drill.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.